the Woodshop facility located at 841 Red Dam Road, east of the Sun City Softball Complex and immediately adjacent to the dog park. With me today is Larry Manning, the president of the Woodworker and Model Makers Guild, and today you're going to be leading us on a tour of the shop facility. But before we start, Larry, would you tell us a little about the Guild?
The Sun City Woodworkers and Model Makers Guild was formed in 1999. The Guild currently has 885 members, 19% of which are women. Annual dues are $50 for an individual and $90 for a couple. The Guild is guided by a 13-member board of directors. The Guild includes several interest groups or special interest groups, SIGs, and that includes the Model Railroader SIG, the Wood Turner SIG, and the Wood Carving SIG.
Larry, tell us about the shop.
The shop was originally constructed by Del Webb, the predecessor of Pulte, and was completed in 2000. The shop has since undergone 2 expansions and currently has a floor space of approximately 9,000 square feet. The community is responsible for the shop facility and its infrastructure, but the Guild purchases and maintains all the woodworking equipment and supplies with Guild funds. Over the last 10 years, the Guild has spent $157,000 for new equipment, and the current value of the building and equipment is over $1.5 million.
Larry, these benches are such a beautiful touch, a very memorable touch to this area.
Well, thank you, Georgia. The visitors to this shop should not miss these. You'll notice what you pointed to right here is a carving representing our carving SIG. It's a carving of a railroad representing our railroad SIG. And further located on these, you'll find some evidence of the Turners and the Turner SIG. It's a testament to the skills of our members.
When is the shop open for use?
Good question, Georgia. Our shop is open to the general membership on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and on Saturdays. Now, the specific operating hours for these days can be found on the new member website, www.mmg.org, or you can call the front desk, 843-705-2968. Now, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the shop is reserved for training. And on Saturday mornings up until 10, the shop is reserved for equipment preventive maintenance.
I understand that the wood shop is highly dependent on its volunteers. So Larry, can you tell me about the staffing situation and some of the specific duties of our volunteers here?
The shop operates with 6 member volunteers during open shop time, a front office volunteer to staff the front desk, check in members, and perform other administrative duties, a shop manager, an assistant shop manager, a mentor, a tool room monitor, and a lathe mentor. The shop manager and assistant shop manager, and to some extent the lathe mentor, are tasked with ensuring a safe shop operation and adherence to all rules and procedures by the members. The regular mentor provides one-on-one assistance and advice to any member upon request. And finally, the tool room monitor assists members in selecting power tools, bits, and other equipment from the tool rooms.
Larry, should we go inside and take a look?
Sure, let's go.
Larry, tell us about the display case.
Georgia, this upper case right here is where many of our members display things they have done. These are not for sale. These members just want to show others some of their capabilities. Now, in the lower display case, we have Guild products for sale. Many of these Guild products are our standard item that we make on a repeated basis and that residents can come by. Some of the other items that are here, the residents come in and may ask for a special order. I'd like to show you something right here. Off the lobby, we have our railroad room. Now, this is our HO room, and it's open to the public from 9 to 3 on Fridays. At the end of the building, we also have a G-gauge railroad that's there. It's a garden gauge, and that's also very interesting to see. It's open on Friday mornings, and it's closed in the afternoon due to the heat. Ready to go inside? Let's put your safety glasses on, and we'll go look in the shop.
Let's go. Larry, this looks like the place where all the pieces get put together.
Well, This is the assembly area. As you can see, it contains a large number of tables for project layout, glue up, and other activities. Now beneath these tables are convenient lockers that members can rent, when available, for personal storage. Lining one wall of the area are racks of various hand tools, bins for supplies such as sandpaper and wood glue, biscuits, and wood fasteners. These tools and supplies are available for members to use free of charge. And as you can see, the assembly area also includes racks containing hundreds of clamps of all sites and types for use in assembling projects. At the far end of the assembly area is our special projects room. The Guild repairs Sun City residents' furniture for a small fee, and this area is normally overflowing with furniture in various stages of the process of being repaired. Now we also build small wood projects. We cut wood to lengths for the residents and assemble furniture for residents who are not members of the Guild. We have a team that goes out and repairs or replaces residents' mailboxes in Sun City for a nominal fee. Now we also make and sell Guild products, as I mentioned earlier, to residents. Our products include calf stretchers, domino holders, recycle bin buddies, luggage racks, cheese boards, cutting boards, and numerous other items suitable for gifts by residents or their family.
Larry, this looks like a very important room, a very organized room. Tell us about it.
Georgia, this is our tool room, and it's a treasure trove of equipment. The tool room contains most of the most costly or specialized equipment, such as power drills and drivers, routers, jigsaws, biscuit cutters, nail guns, lathe tools, drill bits, router bits, hand sanders, and other woodworking tools and equipment, too numerous to mention. Members can check out 5 items at a time. A volunteer tool room monitor assists members in selecting the proper tool. The tool room monitor also ensures that each tool is returned to its rightful place, clean and serviceable. How about we head over and get a look at some of the major equipment areas that we have in the shop.
Let's go. Wow, this is an impressive array of equipment here. Walk us through what we're seeing here.
Well, all our equipment on this floor is of professional grade equipment, and it all has a backup. Now in this Intarsia area right here, we have 5 different scroll saws, various sanders behind us over here, and we also have drills to make small holes. Now you might ask yourself, what is Intarsia?
I would.
Well, Intarsia is a form of woodworking. We use different thicknesses of wood, different colors of wood, and we create a 3-dimensional relief picture out of that. We're standing here now in our Powermatic Lathe area. Powermatic is the brand of these. Right. These are considered with lathes with 24-inch swings, which means it has 24 inches of a length of wood that you can turn in here.
Wow.
Now on the other side of this wall, we have 6 jet mini lathes in there, and they have a 12.5-inch swing. Here we have 2 grizzly bandsaws and 2 delta bandsaws. We have a 3rd delta bandsaw elsewhere in the shop. Now you may notice that these bandsaws, as well as most of the equipment in the shop, is connected with the silver connection vacuum tubes right here. And that's why you may hear that in the background. That's the vacuum that's collecting the dust so that we minimize the dust on the floor right here. Complementing our small 14-inch bandsaws, we have 2 larger bandsaws, 2 18-inch bandsaws that we can use for resawing wood, or that means cutting wood and essentially making it thinner. Okay. Once you get your wood cut up and you're ready to assemble it, you got to get it sanded. And we're located in the area now where we have our sanders in our shop. We have a couple of horizontal sanders right here, a horizontal belt sander I should say, and a vertical belt sander. We have a spindle sander here. Ooh. We have a drum sanders. We have 3 identical drum sanders, and they get a lot of use right here. We also have disc sanders that members can walk up and use as a sanding station. We're here in the heart of the shop now. So much of our wood is cut up by table saws. You saw we have 2 smaller delta table saws right here. This is a saw stop table saw. It's a markable device that helps protect cuts fingers. And behind me we have 2 more delta table saws. All of this is used for cutting our wood down to pieces that we want to assemble. I'm standing next to something called a jointer. A jointer allows us to take a piece of wood and get a flat edge on here. Now this is important because when we cut this on those table saws we just talked about, we need to have it running nice and sharp parallel against the fence. We cut this wood down to this length by using our chop saws. And behind us over here we have some chop saws, as well as to my right we have some. Georgia, we're located right now in our quiet room, so named because the loudest equipment lives in this room.
I wondered about
The nice part about it is it keeps the rest of the shop quieter. In this room we have our router tables. We see our router tables behind us and back over here. They allow us to put an edge on wood. And we also have our planers in here. And a planer allows us to take the face of the wood from a rough state and make it flat and smooth. We also have a large downdraft table in here that allows us to sand items with electric sanders, but have the sawdust get sucked down into our exhaust system.
Now we've seen how your members are cutting and putting everything together, assembling into a final product. But I have a question for you. Where do they get the wood?
Excellent question. When I give a tour, usually that's the first question I ask. What do you need to start a project? You need wood. We sell to the members not only sheet goods as you see right here, and those can be various types of things like MDF or plywood. Well, we also sell what one typically thinks of as a board or dimensional lumber. We do stock about 12 species of dimensional wood here. Wood like ash or walnut or mahogany or cherry. Members can also special order that cherry or mahogany or other type of plywood for their projects. Members can also order non-stock dimensions, in other words, something that was maybe 2 or 3 inches thick to do a special project. And twice a year, one of our members volunteers and takes orders for exotic wood. This is wood that comes from Africa and South America.
Larry, before we finish up today, help me understand, as a new Sun City resident with little or no experience in woodworking skills, how does one get proficient to be able to get in and use all this array of equipment?
It's an excellent question, Georgia. Thank you for asking that. We estimate about 90% of our members really have no woodworking experience. We also have a very good safety record, and that's really attributable to our training program. When a member joins here, first of all, there is a slight delay because of the number of people who want to join. We can't train them all at the same time and still have a good training program. So residents join, they're scheduled for basic operations and safety orientation. And then we have 10 cluster classes. Now the cost of this is a $90 fee above their membership fee of $50 a year per individual. They'll take about 3.5 weeks to get through this training program. I use the word cluster. We divide all the equipment into clusters. A table saws might be one cluster, sanders might be another cluster. When time they go through these clusters and all that, they get hands-on instruction. Now at the end of 2 weeks of the clusters, they're required to then take a practicum. And the practicum kind of is their evaluation, but also they walk home with something that they can be proud of, i.e. their picture to put on the refrigerator. In this case, it's a very nice cheese board that they can use. In the practicum, they demonstrate their knowledge of using all those tools, because the board they make uses each one of the skills we taught through them in the cluster classes. And finally, that practicum is about 2 students to 1 instructor. That's the kind of ratio we have on that.
Once we've gotten through basic training, so to speak, is there any opportunity for your members to continue on for advancement?
Yes, and there is, in fact. One of the things I did when I was the training director was encourage them to go around and make additionally 6 additional cutting boards, because that cemented or reinforced the learning they had done. Now from there are several advanced classes that we offer. We have classes in bowls, we have classes in other kinds of boards, and it's about anywhere from 4 to 6 students per an instructor in that class.
This is a fantastic facility. But what has made it more interesting is the fact that you've taken us through the tour and showed us how all these pieces of this beautiful place fit together. Is there anything else you want to share with our viewers?
We believe that this facility is one of the finest of its kind in the United States. Several members have told us that this facility is the reason they decided to relocate to Sun City Hilton Head here in South Carolina. We are proud that our service to the Sun City community garners accolades from our community leadership and residents alike. We have assisted the Sun City community with a multitude of projects, including sign refurbishment, park benches, playground equipment, garden equipment, and workbenches, display cases, storage areas, work counters, and shelving for various clubs, including the anchor desk for the Sun City TV studio. We have also assisted various area nonprofits, organizations with woodworking and carpentry projects throughout Beaufort and Jasper County. These activities really make me proud to be a member of the Guild. Now, if you're a resident and thinking about becoming a member, we would welcome hosting you on a guided tour of our facility. Guided tours are available during normal hours on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Saturday. Just stop by the lobby. I would also like to mention that for those of you that are Facebook users, please visit our Facebook page, Sun City Hilton Head Woodworkers and Model Makers Guild.
Thank you for the afternoon we've spent here. This has been amazing.
And it's been my pleasure.